Good morning, this is Vicki.
And this is Jo.
And we're the Two Natural Ladies.
And we talk about the good news we all need and ways of getting the most out of life.
We help people with practical, uplifting ways we can all make a difference.
And we're striving for better, not perfect.
And we love a good laugh. Please enjoy the show.
What are we doing now, Jo?
Well, we're going to talk about loving humanity.
Yep.
And then not.
Okay. When we're out of sorts.
Yes, when we're out of sorts. And it happens like that.
Oh, it does.
You know, this actually came again from another conversation we were having. A lot of the time when we have conversations on the radio show, I think, oh my gosh, we need to explore that more.
Yes.
Because there's something in what we were discussing, and then for some reason or other we go on to a new topic, whether it's, you know, we have something we've got to do or what, I don't know. But I thought this was actually worth more discussion, yes, because I think we all go through those times where life just seems to be working, the flow, and then something happens and it's like ooh, bang,
so
crash.
Quickly. And the other side where, you know, I know I feel, and I'm assuming everyone else does at times, that suddenly in love with humanity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all of our foibles.
Yes. Yeah, it's like everything is beautiful. You know, we're just do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Help us high. And that's help us high.
Help us high.
So,
okay.
Yeah, find something. And again, I was listening to Simone Wynne, who's got an organisation called Next Gen Philanthropy, where she's encouraging and doing different programs for young people to get involved with helping others or helping the environment. And she was having a down day, and rather than just staying in her doona, under her doona, she thought, I'm going to find something to do. Got her kids, and they made bags of things for an organisation that needed, people needed some help.
She's on a roll, isn't she? Yeah.
So, and that's the thing, help us high.
Yeah.
So she started the day feeling crappy.
Yep.
Ended the day feeling great.
That's right. So there's always a way out of wherever we are.
And you know, good thing for us, we live longer. If we give, if we're helpers, people who volunteer,
yes,
live longer.
Oh, there's all those endorphins that are keeping us happy and going. Yeah.
And then the whole ripple effect of paying it forward. And we're actually going to be talking to Jerry after the 7 o'clock news all about paying it forward.
Wow. Yes, there was a good movie about that, wasn't there?
Yeah, an amazing movie about that. Yes, yes. Yeah.
So conscious giving leads to infinite giving. Yes.
Yes. Now, this actually came from Ivan Misner, there's a book out about infinite giving, which I really want to get. I've got all these great books and I'm reading something completely different at the moment. I feel like I need a weekend away or a week away somewhere where I could just read these amazing books that I've got. But anyway, yeah, so there's a point at which you transform how you're giving. Yeah.
Well, and Ivan Misner has, brilliant man, really, created him and his team, I suppose, created a wonderful structure in which we were just talking about this, like, you know, it's actually often the structure that either makes or breaks us, you know. So if we're encouraged, if there's a reward or a whiffum or what's in it for me in giving, then that happens more.
Yes, exactly, yeah. And even though we love to have that, you and I particularly, we love that organic, just seeing, you know, how things go. You do need structure, because without it, we can go off. You know?
Yeah.
And particularly when it comes to business and, you know, those kind of things. I mean, there are times when the just going organically works perfectly, but we do need structures.
Well, that's true, and then it's just about having the right structure for whatever it is we want to create.
Yes. Well, it's like I was just reading somebody who said, right, I'm going to get my goals in order, you know, and goals are great, but if the goals just sit under the mat and you forget about them, they're not much use.
No.
So you've got to have some structure in, okay, these are my goals. Now I'm going to have some actions and I'm going to have some accountability, et cetera, because human beings, we love to just not have accountability, you know. Well, if we don't have it, it doesn't work. The other one I really liked is give from your saucer.
Mm-hmm.
So you pour your cup of tea and it's what overflows into the saucer that you give. So you've got to keep your saucer full and look after yourself, because that's the other thing. You know, some people go, well, you know, you need to do this and give that. But it's like, well, you can't keep giving if you have nothing else to give. So you need to look after yourself.
Well, I've been observing, you know, and this does not exclude men, but I've been looking at women lately, and women who appear like, you know, you have a judgment about them when they're being cranky or, you know, whatever. And then when I look at them, I think they're just totally stressed.
Yes.
They're stressed out. They're exhausted. And I know when I had my 4 young kids, I got upset that I was that way, which compounded it more.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
And so when I could, often I get to night time and, the kids had to be fed and bathed and bedded and I was already over the day and I had hours left and I remember that feeling, you know. And but when I could, if I got to that point and the kids were screaming, I'd just sit down on the couch and go, right, let's snuggle. And that used to help.
And I guess that's the thing. It's finding what works for you to get back into that feeling of loving life and loving humanity rather than, feeling all that stress. And I mean, I've certainly noticed that with working with older people that it can get very stressful, and how do I combat that for myself? And again, going back to what you were saying about the village life, you know, and unfortunately it's not that way.
No, we're very
here.
isolated.
And they've actually just finished a report on the elderly communities and et cetera and how things are going. But I just wanted to finish being vulnerable and asking for help. And we think that's a weakness. It's actually a strength.
Well, yes. So do say more.
So what happens if we've got stuff going on and we're not telling people what's going on? Then we're actually, when I give to you, when I, just like we said, the helpers endorphins, when you help somebody, we're actually not allowing people to help us, which will give them their endorphins. So it's actually, I'm being very selfish when I don't allow you to help me, you know. So, but it also is, and I've noticed this every time I've been vulnerable and told people what's going on in my life, if it's, you know, not good. Not as a complaint, but just as here's what my life is, as a share, then they share back.
Yes.
It's amazing.
You've been listening to the Two Natural Ladies podcast. Visit twonaturalladies.com.au for more information. Thanks for joining us.